Reach for the stars so that if you don't grab them, at least you're on top of the world. Do you know who said this? Wait for it.
Neil Armstrong.
No. Wait for it. Here we go. To me, this is another way of saying have the biggest dreams ever. No dream is too big. Have the greatest goals ever so that if you fail, worst case scenario, you'll have achieved more than most people do. But I want to focus on the first part of the sentence. Reach for the stars. Reaching for the stars, aiming for the stars, means at least that you know where you're going, that you have a goal, that you have a vision. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Visionary Leader, my first project of the Leadership Excellence Series. What is the Leadership Excellence Series? As you know, Toastmasters is not only about communication and public speaking, but it's also about leadership. Leadership has many faces. For example, most of you are taking leadership roles today. Luis is our Toastmasters of the day. Danielle will be our general evaluator. Marie-Pierre is our grammarian and accountant, and so on. All these roles that you're taking today will help you become what we call a competent leader. Once you become a competent leader, the next stage in the leadership phase, in the leadership track, is the advanced leader bronze. To become an advanced leader, you must foster leadership in others. In order to do this, you must complete 2 projects of the Leadership Excellence Manual. Today, my objective to be to make all of you better leaders by teaching you the importance of vision in a company. Well, what's a vision? Any ideas? A vision is a mental picture of what an organization aspires to become. A vision is where you see yourself X years from now. A vision is where you see your company X years from now. For example, Toastmasters as an organization, do you know which is our vision? To be the first choice provider of dynamic, high-value experiential communication and leadership skills development. I'll explain in a minute what this means. For now, let me tell you that this is what we call vision statement. The statement of the vision, the verbalization of the vision. Which is the purpose of a vision statement? To provide a general direction, to provide context for decision making, to affect an organization's structure and to affect working relationships. Yes, I also find this slide boring. I kind of regret putting it. But to me, all these bullet points boil down to this. A vision statement sets a path. A vision statement sets where you're going. A vision statement sets the name of the game. In our Toastmasters vision, is this telling us where we're going? Yes, indeed. We're going to the top. We're going to be the first choice. We're going to be the best in what we do. That's what we want, which is to develop leadership and communication skills in an experiential way, in an applied way, in a practical way. I think this is exactly what we do every day we meet, right? Good. Characteristics of a vision statement. Vision statements are clear, challenging, general, people-oriented, inspiring, and easily communicated. Let's see how our own vision is fitting these characteristics. Clarity. Do you think Toastmasters' vision is clear? To be the first choice provider of dynamic, heavily experienced in communication and leadership skills development? You read it that fast? Probably not. But if you read it slowly and carefully, it makes sense, especially after reading it a few times. To be the first choice provider of dynamic, high-value, experiential communication and leadership skills development. Is it clear now? Good. The challenge. Do you find our vision challenging, hard to achieve, or easily achievable? choice to be the best at something in the world, that's always challenging. People-oriented. Any thoughts, any ideas on how this is people-oriented?
For people?
Skill development.
Yeah.
To me, the keywords here are communication and leadership skills. Those are human skills, right? People-oriented. Inspiring. Okay, this one is subjective, right? In my opinion, this is somehow inspiring, but I don't know. What do you think, Sandra? Is this inspiring?
Yes, but it sounds a bit dry to me. Of course, if you want to be the best, that's inspiring, right? But it sounds a bit, official wording and little content.
Yeah, probably. As I said,
It's for the communication skills.
Good. Easily communicated. Members, all of you should be able, in a position right now, to explain what Toastmasters is, right? Jose, why don't you explain to our guests what Toastmasters is in your own words?
In my own words. Well, my own words won't be that different from the ones we use. It's actually a gym for public speaking and for communication.
Thank you, Jose.
Never heard that.
To me, this is what Toastmasters is. This is very representative. Okay, crafting a vision statement. Here we have some ideas that can help you craft a vision statement. The answers to these questions will tell you more or less what should be in the vision statement and what should not be in. Ask yourself, what does the organization do well? What is the most important thing the organization wants to do? What makes the organization unique or special? What does the team expect from the organization? What makes the team feel good about the organization? And there are hundreds more. Of course, your vision doesn't need to answer all of them. Indeed, for this exercise, you may want to focus on just one of them and answer it. In our vision, which question do you think our vision is answering? Maybe. Anyone?
Second.
I would say the fall.
Yeah, either the second or the fourth, indeed.
I go with the second as well. Yeah. Okay. When crafting a vision statement, it's very important to involve its team members. Of course, this applies more to small companies than to big ones, and to startups than to well-established firms. However, a vision statement is not something fixed. A vision statement is something that evolves over time as market conditions change. It is when a vision revision is needed that the new employees can get to express their opinion. In big companies, of course you cannot get every single employee inside one room to have discussion about the vision or a discussion about anything, right? But still you can do something to have their voices heard, like, for example, set up an online voting system so that employees decide which elements they want to include in the vision and which elements to leave out. And doing this kind of exercise, this is very important because there you will have a much bigger willingness to achieve the vision on the side of the employees if they help craft it. Also, when employees have chosen the future of the company, they feel much more in control of their own futures. Needless to say, this exercise fosters collaboration and cooperation, which undoubtedly will lead to better results. Finally, I want to read another boring slide here. Okay, so regret this. Forget about this. What this is trying to say is that you can get a lot more from the company's vision than just a purpose. The vision of the company, of the team, can be a big source of inspiration to the team. How is this possible? For example, you will have highly motivated employees if you talk about the purpose of the if you talk about the vision of the company all the time, you may think that talking about the vision of the company all the time is boring. And to some extent you're right. But the purpose of this is not to push the vision into the team's minds. But it's a different one. The purpose of talking about vision in every little project you're involved is to give the team a bird view. To show the team that the actions discussed matter. That the actions discussed have a purpose that's in line with the company's goal overall. That the actions being discussed are part of a bigger plan to make this world a better place. As a leader, you must also explain how this impact that they will have in the world will be impacting them directly and positively. You need to make that completely explicit. Of course, you need to be enthusiastic about the vision and show that you mean it. You need to be authentic. If you fake it, none of these tricks that I explained today will work. You'll need to mean it. If you want to build a ship, don't drown out people to collect wood and don't assign them tasks and work, but rather teach them to love for the endless immensity of the sea and to understand Shukari, a visionary leader. Vision, ladies and gentlemen, vision.